Okay, listen up, all you beer snobs. Tonight we're out and about at Papago Brewery, and they have over 200 beers to choose from and 30 beers on tap. Let's go check it out. In this cooler alone, there's over 500 different beers from around the world. Check this out. This beer is from Belgium. It's a Roeford Trappist 10. That's pretty obscure. Is it hard to come up with all of these different labels? How do you do it?
The people who come in here, they know what they want, and they tell us what they want. We try to give them everything we can.
There's so many choices, you're not really sure what to choose. Well, don't worry, they have a menu, but also they give you samples to choose from.
Totally unique. There isn't anything else out in Arizona like this.
The beer, the people, the food, it's awesome. The atmosphere.
Anyone who's a beer lover should definitely be here.
They have over 30 taps going a night. If you have a favorite, you better get here quick because they're constantly changing.
We like to have a different draft list every single night. We change our draft list up to 9 times a night.
So what if you really like a tap and it's gone the next day?
We'll have something else for you. You'll like something else, we guarantee it.
Alcohol, a party time necessity.
Is there such thing as a beer snob?
I wouldn't like to say that.
Beer geeks and beer nerds, I would prefer. Beer geeks and beer nerds just tend to appreciate beers.
Maybe a beer elitist, if anything, if I had to say it.
Minus the attitude.
Minus the attitude.
And Papago's prices are great. They rival grocery stores. $6.99 for a 6-pack. You can get that to go. Here's one, True Blonde. Okay, I think I got it. Taps included. I'm out of here.
Under the scorching heat of the sun, these flags could mean salvation for immigrants trying to cross the desert. The group No Mas Muertes will set up 24-hour aid stations where border crossers can get water, food, and first aid.
We do very, very basic first aid. We also have doctors that are on call 24 hours a day that we can call to do a triage over the phone.
Immigrants suffering from dehydration and exposure can cool off under misters at the campsite before loading up on water and food.
Organizers and volunteers with No Mas Muertes set up this aid station 7 miles outside of Arivaca, thinking many border crossers might know about this water station nearby. Humane Borders put these 2 water tanks in place several years ago.
Volunteers will also give border crossers food packets like this one if they choose to continue through the desert. Humanitarian groups like No Mas Muertes are prohibited from helping undocumented immigrants illegally enter the U.S. While border crossers will have access to maps at aid stations, volunteers stress their mission is solely to save lives.
We're not the Border Patrol. It's not our job to determine someone's citizenship. And so if someone's here and they need food or water, we will assist that person no matter who they are or what country they're from.
The U.S. Border Patrol says it won't target the aid stations for immigrants, but suspicious activity will be investigated. This week, activists are walking 75 miles from the border to Tucson, carrying black crosses to symbolize the increasing number of immigrants who die in the desert.
We want to see a stop to the deaths, to all the dying and suffering of these people.
Maria Niter, KGUN 9 News.
Hi, Antoine. Hey, Mike. We can't tell everyone that the fire is out, and as photojournalist Dina Banning gives you a look at what's going on, let's bring you up to speed as the hour sets now past 8 o'clock. And the fire department just finished spraying down the building looking for hot spots using one of the ladder trucks that have been here since early on this afternoon. We also want to let everyone know as you take a look at this building that 2 firefighters were injured while battling this blaze, which began earlier today. And the good news is that they are both going to be okay.
The fire started around 4 and quickly became a second alarm. Phoenix firefighters went into a defensive attack early on. They doused the building with water before anyone could go inside.
They got some bad roofs in there that have already been affected by the fire, so it's difficult to make an interior attack and keep everybody safe, especially when everybody's already out trying to save the building without risking lives unnecessarily.
The roof of AmeriCure Incorporated, a company that deals in paint, eventually collapsed. And this firefighter was one of 2 that were injured on the scene before the fire was completely out.
And as you come back to us live, again, the injuries that the two firefighters sustained, one was burned on his hand, the other one twisted his back. And again, those are minor injuries. The fire department tells us that they're going to be okay. And we want to share with you something that we experienced just a few moments ago. In the midst of this two-alarm fire, in the midst of all of this company, the battalion, Phoenix police are here as well, blocking off the roads and stuff. The fire department actually came up to some of the media crews to make sure that we were taken care of. This is a chicken sandwich from one of the restaurants around here that they actually brought to us as we've been out here covering them doing their job. Unselfishly, they've been trying to make sure that we've had water and things to eat as well. It's just more of a reason why you certainly appreciate, and it's so easy to take for granted what it is that they do. But we just wanted to pass that on to everyone as they continue to put and make sure that this thing is out. Scott McGee is coming up on 9 Time News with a different report, again from down here, 23rd Avenue near Buckeye.
I guess the obvious question is, why didn't you eat the sandwich?
You know I'm a low carb.
Oh, there you go. It has to do with carbs, of course.
Dina ate hers. Dina ate hers.
Okay, I know it's been a long day. Thanks for all your hard work.
17-year-old Shane Bauer is living his dream. Thanks to Chef Clint Woods and Tunadito, a local agency helping families through tragedy.
She was diagnosed in January of last year, I believe. And then she passed away on Easter of this year.
Shane watched as his 14-year-old sister Julie died of cancer. Now he is more focused on his goals for her.
Everything I've done in the last year, I've tried to do for her. I've tried to really make her happy.
Including improving his culinary skills.
It's not as easy as it looks to cut an onion, is it?
No.
Something Shane, Julie, and the rest of the family always did together.
Remember when you're cutting these? Try to get them all real consistent, okay?
Okay.
Now, once a week, Chef Woods is teaching Shane the recipe for success.
These are the things that really matter in life, you know, is helping other people and making a difference in young kids' lives.
Woods remembers wanting to be a chef at a similar age and how important a mentor can be.
He's really inspirational, I mean, like, because he's been doing this for such a long time, and he's got to cook with some of the best chefs in the world, so that makes me want to cook with him even more.
Even though Shane is just learning the basics right now, he hopes he's getting the ingredients he needs to open his own restaurant down the road.
For now, Shane says there is still a lot more to learn. He will stay focused on his dream in his sister's memory.
Good?
Yeah.
You need anything?
No.
Rebecca Taylor is at 105th Avenue in Camelback with a closer look. Rebecca?
Oh, Frank, take a look at this. This power transformer is now a charcoal mess. Not only did this box catch fire, the car's gas tank exploded. Bright orange flames shot into the air. This 2006 Mustang burnt beyond recognition. Firefighters say it's the result of a hit and run. Miraculously, the 2 passengers inside, a man and pregnant woman, were able to walk away with only minor injuries.
They didn't have any shoes on, and the paramedics were attending to him.
The guy was pretty lucky he got out. Could have been a lot worse if he'd have been trapped inside it.
Neighbors like Kevin Biarney forced to watch from a distance as firefighters closed Camelback Road from 103rd to 107th Avenue. Incredibly, the Mustang struck both a gas main and power transformer.
The occupants said they just filled up with gas. We had the electrical hazard, we had the broken gas main hazard, and we weren't able to put water on the car right away until the electrical part was shut off.
But utilities weren't their only concern, as homes sit on the other side of this brick wall.
And we got a lot of embers blowing back over in the house, so we had a unit take a hose line to the north and protect the houses to the north.
Some 400 Cox Cable customers temporarily lost service as a result of the crash. An afterthought for folks who witnessed this scary and potentially deadly ordeal.
Hopefully their new year will be better than this.
Fire officials say the suspect's vehicle who struck the Mustang is still outstanding, but police have not been able to confirm a license plate or vehicle description to pass along to us. Therefore, anyone who saw anything is asked to call police.
Okay, Rebecca, thank you.
I know, I actually do really like this one.
A budding artist is turning trash into works of art.
The project is called Recreate, and the idea is to reincarnate old beer and wine bottles into art, into functional art specifically.
Jenny Risho got the idea while tending bar at Papago Brewing in Scottsdale. Now, when she isn't serving up bottles, she's painting them.
It was really kind of breaking my heart that we're throwing away all these bottles and they can still be reused. And even the ones at my house that I drink, we can still put them to use. And I just didn't want to throw things away that are still good and still usable.
Not only are the bottles saved from the landfill, so are her materials.
All the paints I used were donated to me by individuals who were going to throw them away.
Risho hopes to eventually donate some of the proceeds to a worthy environmental organization. She's also looking for others like her with a creative streak who might want to help. The goal? Protecting the environment while creating beautiful art with a purpose both functional and meaningful.
You can use it as a vase, you can maybe put a cork in there, cut a slit in it, put a picture if you want, put it on your shelf as a decoration. Keep it as just a reminder to live through those principles in your everyday life.
Courtney Zabowski tells us sheriff's deputies are searching the home near Camelback in Litchfield right now. Courtney?
Beverly, they are inside right now. This investigation is coming together extremely fast. Just yesterday, the 14-year-old told her biological father that her stepfather was secretly videotaping her. And today, deputies arrested 56-year-old David Rainey right outside his home.
He seemed like the optimal stepfather, really. He really did.
Neighbors in this Litchfield Park neighborhood tonight can't believe the man who lives inside this home is accused of secretly videotaping his 14-year-old stepdaughter as she went in and out of her shower.
When I hear these charges, I'm like, whoa, this is like, whoa, beyond. Obviously, we don't know what happens beyond closed doors. However, from what I saw, he seemed very noble. He seemed like an honorable guy.
But most around here agree there's nothing honorable about setting up a webcam in a young girl's bedroom. Sheriff's deputies say they have CDs with the sexually explicit images on them.
It could be going out on the web. We're not sure if it was on the web or if it was just being stored into his computer or just put on disk, so we're not sure right now.
Investigators say David Rainey is a computer aficionado. In fact, he's a computer technician. Videotape equipment found inside this home, they say, is pretty high tech. They're now looking for more evidence.
Any computer process stuff, either in the room that we believed it was taking place in or being stored on, and also probably the room that where the videotape was being, the girl's room that was actually being shot at.
Meanwhile, neighbors just shocked this is going on right next door.
He seems very, very into being not just a stepfather, but a father in general.
Right now, deputies are taking David Rainey to the 4th Avenue jail. He's facing charges related to these allegations. Deputies say he is not saying anything to them. Beverly?
Certainly disturbing, that's for sure, Courtney. Thank you very much.
Just look at them hanging in there. A colony of bats at 40th Street and Camelback in Phoenix.
I can't even guess, millions.
Every day as the sun goes down, the bats get hungry.
Like a few of them will start dropping down, and then just a cloud. And it just forms like a whole cloud, just like a column. Goes like straight toward that mountain, and about halfway over it they break. There they go.
They're Mexican free-tailed bats. This is just one of several colonies around the valley, a sight that draws onlookers during these last weeks of summer.
So they're probably going hunting?
Yep, mosquitoes, and they go for the blossoms on the saguaros. Just basically, these are the guys that pollinate saguaros.
Now, these bats are the good guys, not what you see in the movies. In fact, vampire bats don't bite people at all and don't even live in the U.S.
See, look at that. Isn't that cool?
On the night we visited this Phoenix colony, one little guy seemed to have a little bit of a problem with his sonar.
He came spiraling through and hit the cocklebur bush.
These folks watched him crawl across the mud and rocks, shaking off the effects of a crash landing.
You can do it. It's Grandpa from the Munsters. He's waking up and trying to go.
And in no time at all, he was up again on the hunt for dinner in the evening sky.
Straight uphill.
In golf, you make some, and you miss